Hi, this is Rachael with Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness, and today we're going to be doing a mini 30-minute yoga flow focusing on your low back. So we're going to have a nice centering to start in child's pose, move through some warm-ups and standing postures, and then relaxation at the end, all to focus on opening and stretching and lengthening your low back. So I hope you enjoy. You don't need anything special today. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the mat. When you come to your mat today, we're going to start in child's pose. So you can come to sit on your heels or come close to sitting on your heels. And for child's pose, you could either have your knees wide or hip width. And you'll sink your hips back towards your heels and extend your arms forward. Now for some of us, if our hips are tight or our knees are sensitive, your hips might be high in the air, or you might even be up on your forearms. So you can choose where this works for you, this child's pose. So knees hip width or wide, hips towards the heels or elevated, arms extended or up on your forearms. When you get here, let the forehead relax, whether it's touching the ground or the head is just relaxing as you're resting on your forearms. And take a deep breath. Full breath in. And full breath out. The next time you breathe in, breathe right into the low back, the middle back, the upper back. As you exhale, feel the upper back relax, the middle back, and the lower back. Take another deep breath in. And full breath out. With arms extended towards the front of the mat, just start to move the arms over to one side, stretching towards the right or the left, and let the hips dip away from the arms, let the head relax. A few breaths here. And then walk the hands through center, send the arms in the opposite direction, hips reach away from hands. A few breaths. Good, let the arms extend forward. From your extended child's, roll through a cat pose. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Keep shifting forward as you dip the hips forward and just open up the belly. And you just go as far as is comfortable. And then exhale, bring the hips towards the heels. Remember, they don't have to touch. If they do, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Do that a few times. So you'll roll through cat pose all the way forward as you inhale, lifting the heart, the chest, the throat, the face, the head up. And exhale, hips to heels. Take that another time or so on your own as we start to warm up our spine and our back and our whole body. Good. And then the next time that you come forward, we're going to land on our bellies. So come all the way down onto your belly. Make a pillow for your head by stacking the palms of the fists. Bend the knees, toes up towards the ceiling. Roll the ankles a couple times. And then roll them the other way. Start to stir the shins around in one direction, loosening up the low back and the knees and the hips. And then start to stir the shins the other way. Let your legs come long on the mat. On your next in-breath, lift just the right leg up a few inches towards the back of the room and set it down. And then the other leg, inhale, lift it just a little bit. It doesn't have to come up high, reach it long. And exhale, set it down. Bring your hands back near your chest so they touch the ground, elbows up in the air. Pressing down into the hands, root through the pubic bone and the hip point so your low back is long, and then lift just the chest a teeny tiny bit as you reach the tailbone towards your heels, coming into a baby cobra. You'll hold there, a couple breaths. And exhale, Release. As you flatten down, make that pillow for your head again. Let your big toes touch, let your heels fall away. So you're internally rotating the legs within the hip socket. And just pause here, belly down, big toes touch, heels away. Breathe into your low back, your sacrum, that triangular bone right at the base of your spine that connects to your tailbone. Take a deep breath into your low back. And full breath out. Let the legs straighten out. Bring your hands back near your chest again. Press into the hands and shift back to tabletop, all fours. You can bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath the hips, and take just a couple of hip wags side to side. If your knees are sensitive here, you could grab a blanket or something to put underneath the knees. We'll just be here for a few moments. And then with the hips right above the knees, spread the fingers wide and round your back. Draw the navel up and in. Drop the tail, drop the head, hollow out the belly. Hold here, big breath in. And full breath out. On your next inhale, let the tailbone rise. Drop your belly, lift the heart, expand through the collarbones and chest, lift the throat and face to cow. And then exhale, round your back to cat. Do that just a couple more times. Inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, heart open to cow. Exhale, round your back to cat. And then last time, belly drops, tail lifts, heart opens up, look forward. And exhale to curl. Lengthen your spine from your tail to your head. Curl your toes under. And then walk your hands forward to puppy pose. So the hips are going to stay high, the arms extend, elbows off the ground, head might hang, or if you can, you're going to tap the forehead down to the ground. Eventually, maybe you even bring the chin down to the ground, but for me, it feels better to be on the forehead, so you can choose. Toes are curled under, arms extended long, elbows off the ground, and hopefully feeling that big stretch in your low back. Breathing there, deep breath in. And full breath out. Walk your hands back near the shoulders. Press into the hands. We're going to come up to stand in a forward fold. So you're going to press back into the hands and rock onto your feet. However you can get up to that forward fold. Feet hip width. Hands may or may not touch the ground. Give the head a shake yes. And a shake no. And if it's sensitive or uncomfortable to be upside down, you could bring your hands to your shins or your thighs with a flat back. Otherwise, you can stay in that deep fold for just a few breaths. Just relaxing the shoulders, maybe even rolling them up, back, and down a couple times. And if you're in that deep fold and you want to bring some movement into the back body, take a hold of your elbows, opposite elbow. You're going to catch with your hands. So you're in ragdoll, just framing the head with both hands. And take a nice easy sway. Again, if it's uncomfortable being upside down, hold that flat back for a few breaths. And if you are swaying in ragdoll, you can release that. Let your hands come off of the elbows and then lengthen your spine. Bring your hands right up to your shins, everybody, or your thighs. Pull the head away from your tail and hold. So we're strengthening our back right here, engaging your core muscles, palms down, head forward, tail back in Ardha Uttanasana or half forward fold. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release, deep fold. And then with bent knees, slowly, slowly roll your body up to stand. One vertebrae at a time, head's the last to lift. At the top, big sweeping sun breath, arms come out and up above the head, palms can meet. And exhale, hands slide down to heart center. Take a moment to close your eyes here, palms in prayer. Notice how your body feels. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Feel your feet grounded towards the earth. Feel your tailbone long, so the low back has some length to it, without being in a pelvic tuck or a tilt, just a neutral pelvis, long through the low back, ribs lifted up off the hip points, head lifted up off the shoulders. One more deep inhale. And exhale, release the arms. I'm gonna walk up towards the top of the mat. Take a sun breath when you get there. Inhale to lift the arms. You're going to keep the hands together, palms touch, and then bend the knees, bend the hips, and slide the hands through midline so you come all the way down towards the forward fold, just as far as you comfortably can. Hands release. And then inhale, flat back again, hands to shins, fingertips to the mat, or hands to thighs. Exhale, deep fold, soften the knees. Drop the body, and then inhale, fly all the way up to stand. Let your palms touch at the top. And as you exhale, open the arms, touch your lower back. Fingers down, elbows back, palms at the low back. And then just lift the heart. So lengthen the low back and just open up the chest. Look up. Exhale, release the gaze. Take a hold of your hips. Shift your weight to the left and send your right leg back to a high lunge. So you can just wiggle that leg back. Keep the front knee bent, keep the back leg straight. And then inhale, lift the arms like Tadasana or mountain pose, framing the head. Gaze is forward. Steady, drishti point or focal point with the eye. It's just a few breaths here. On an inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, open up to warrior two. You spin the back heel down, you widen your arms. Wiggle your feet so your front heel is lined up with the arch of your back foot. Couple breaths in warrior two, long through the low back, open through the arms, the belly, the chest. Good job. On an inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms. And as you exhale, open the arms shoulder height, spin the toes forward so the ankles are right beneath the wrist. Toes forward, heels back. Inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, let's swan dive just halfway. So open up the arms and take a forward fold with the head in line with the hips. We're gonna hold here, gently embracing the legs with your hands, pressing the tailbone back, pressing the top of the head forward, and feeling that length and space in your low back, and the strength and power in your core. Take a deep breath in. If you want to go deeper, go ahead and release the hands off the legs and let the spine relax, draping the head towards the floor. And just going as far as you feel comfortable again, so it does not matter what depth you're in or what this looks like, you're getting a great benefit no matter what your poses look like. The more you practice, the more comfortable this will become. So just breathing into whatever version of a forward fold you're finding today. Deep inhale. Full exhale. From here, bend your knees. Place your hands on your thighs. Lengthen your spine to come up. Push the head away from the tail. Take a big sweeping sun breath. Inhale to rise. And exhale, arms open, shoulder height. Turn the left foot forward. Bend the left knee, warrior two. Deep breath in. And exhale, slow cartwheel, left arm, right arm. We pivot on the ball of the back foot and drop the back knee. From here, let's get a little twist or rotation in for our spine. So press into the right hand and lift the left arm. Hold there. Deep breath in. Full breath out. You could also have that bottom arm on a block. If you had yoga blocks nearby, take another breath. And exhale, release. Back out of your hips. You can slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. And slowly lower to your belly by pointing your elbows back. Make a pillow for the head again, stacking palms or fists, knees bend, toes up, and legs fall left to right. Releasing the low back again. Stir the shins once more. And then stir your shins the other way. Good. Let the legs come long. Place your hands back near the chest, underneath the shoulders. Press into the pubic bone and the hip points to lift to your cobra, either a baby cobra, a medium cobra, even a full cobra, but keep the elbows in, keep the shoulders down. And exhale, release. Make that pillow for your head. Let the big toes touch. Let the heels fall away. Just pause. Breathe into your low back. Deep inhale. And full exhale. This internal rotation is a great, simple way to release pressure or tension in your lower back. Big toes touching, heels falling away, and breathing into that triangular shape at the base of your spine. When you're ready, straighten out your ankles. Press your hands back near the chest. Come back to another child's pose. Knees could be hip width or wide. Arms extend forward like we did in the beginning, or they could come alongside the body. Backs of hands to the mat, palms open, and breathing. Good job. Extend the arms forward. Shift forward to tabletop, all fours. Once you get into tabletop, give the hips a wag, side to side. You'll have a choice here to come either to puppy pose or to down dog. So you choose which works best for your body. Toes will curl under. If you're coming to puppy, you're gonna keep the hips high and extend the arms, just like we did in the beginning. If you're coming to dog, hands a few inches forward of the shoulders, fingers wide, toes curled under, knees lift, hips press back to down dog. And if you chose to take that down dog option, you might want to take a pedal out of the feet, pressing one heel down and the other heel down, walking your dog or pedaling out your dog. And then hold your down dog for a moment, put a generous bend in your knees and tilt your tailbone up to the ceiling so you can pull your hips away from your wrists and get longer through your back body. Lots of space from armpit to hips. A few breaths here. Good, and then walk feet to hands or hands back to feet, coming to stand and forward fold, whether you were in down dog or puppy. Head shake yes, head shake no. Head hangs heavy, knees bend, slowly roll it up to stand. At the top, big sun breath, arms sweep high and wide above the head, palms meet. And exhale, hands to prayer. Lengthen your low back again, stand up tall, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your arms. Whole thing on the other side. So you're at the top of the mat, take a big sun breath. Inhale, rise, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the hips. Come all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, hands to shins, or fingertips to mat, or hands to thighs. Exhale, deep fold with soft knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, arms out and up above the head, palms touch. And exhale, open the arms. Touch your lower back, drop your chin. Press down through the lip back, open the heart, open the chest, lift the throat, lift the face, look up. And exhale, release the gaze. Take a hold of your hips. Stand more on the right hip and take your left leg back. So you're in your high lunge. And then when you're ready, arms sweep out and up above the head. So we're doing this flow practice. So linking our breath with our movement, taking some standing poses, but really focusing on our lower back through our practice today. Take another deep inhale and full exhale. On another in-breath, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Heel spins down, knee rebends. You wiggle your feet so the front heel is lined up with the arch of the back foot. That's your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, looking over your front middle finger. Long in the low back again, strong in the core, open through the hips. On an inhale, straighten the front knee, lift the arms, palms could touch. And then open the arms shoulder height as you turn the toes forward and the heels back. And wiggle your ankles so they're right beneath the wrist. Feet are parallel, toes forward, heels back. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, halfway to swan dive. So you're gonna bring the head in line with the tail, hands touch the legs, pull the head away from the tail, get really, really long in the back again. Slide the shoulders down your back body. Press the head forward, reach the tail back. And deep breath in. And exhale, fold if you want even deeper. Take a few breaths. Good, bend your knees. Place your hands on your thighs, press off the thighs to lengthen your spine to come up, and then take another big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Turn your front foot forward, your right foot. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Look out over your front fingers. Deep breath. And exhale, slowly reach to the ground. One arm goes, the other arm goes. You pluck your heel up off the ground and soften the back knee. You could pad that knee. You could put blocks underneath your hands, press into the left hand, lift the right arm up. Deep breath in. And exhale, release that hand. Back out of the hips enough so you can bring that front leg back to meet the back leg. Slowly lower onto your belly, point the elbows back. Let's come right to cobra this time, so hands back near the chest. Inhale, lift the heart, point the elbows back, slide the shoulders down. And exhale, release. Let's make a pillow for our head. Take your left knee out this time to half frog. Left knee out to half frog. Knee is in line with your hip. There's a 90-degree bend at the knee, and the shin is parallel with the long edge of the mat. And then you can turn onto the right side of the face, so you're facing that left leg. If you feel more comfortable, relax on your forehead or turn the head away from the knee. A few breaths. So when we're focusing on our low back, it's also good to stretch our hips, because tight hips could contribute to a sensitive low back. So we want open hips to help open up our back. So breathing into that whole area, your hips, your low back. Take another inhale. As you exhale, release your bent leg down to meet the straight leg. Bring the other knee out to half frog, either resting on the forehead or turning onto that left side of the face in the direction of the knee, or turning the head away from the knee. Close your eyes, few breaths. Another deep inhale. As you exhale, slide that bent leg down to meet your straight leg. Bring your hands back near the chest. Last child's pose. You're going to press into the hands, take it all the way back to child's. Arms extend or alongside the body. If you wanted a different variation, you could press the hands to prayer, bend your elbows, and let the forearms come back to the head. Knees either hip width or wide. Remember, you could be up on your forearms here too, and your hips might be elevated off the heels. So find your version of child's pose. And then send your breath right back into your back body. Deep breath in. And full breath out. Let your arms extend long if they were in a different variation. Slide them back underneath the shoulders. You're going to press down into your hands just to roll up to seated. Take your hips off to the side. Swing your legs around to the front. We're going to do a little bit of work on our back. So scoot your bottom forward. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, slowly lower down. Tuck your tail, scoop your belly, make your way all the way onto your back. Stretch your body long. Send the legs forward, send the arms behind. Long line from fingers to toes. And then gather your knees up into your body. Hold the knees or the shins, or wrap the arms around the legs and rock. Feeling that massage of the earth against your back. Place your hands on your knees and circle the knees one way. And circle the knees the other way. Hugging knees into belly, open the knees wide. Slide your hands along the shins to catch the tops of the feet or the ankles, or grab the outer edges of the feet. So it's just like a bound angle, or Baddha Konasana, if you're familiar with that pose, but we're lying on our back. It's a little different. You'll take a few breaths, feeling the hips opening up, feeling the low back lengthening long. You could stay here, take it up to happy baby, flexing your feet to the ceiling, ankles above your knees. You could also take peace fingers, like one finger, and hook them right around the big toe, between the big toe and the second toe, making a little fist around that big toe, and then take a rock. Happy baby. Good. Release that movement. Bring the feet together, knees wide, hands back to knees, inner thighs touch, soles of feet to the mat. Let's send the left leg long, and then just hug the right knee into the belly. Let's take a moment to give that leg a squeeze and feel that release in your low back. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, release your foot down to the ground. Open the arms to T. Press into your foot to scoot your hips a little bit to the right edge of the mat. Sole of foot on top of thigh. hand, opposite hand to knee, and then guide that knee across the body as you roll onto that left hip. And as you come into your twist, you could let the foot come off the thigh, so you create like a 90-degree bend in your knee. And the shoulder might rise up off the ground, the right shoulder, that's okay. If this is uncomfortable, you could tuck your bottom leg underneath that top leg, so you choose. And then eventually turn the head away from the knee if you'd like. And just take a few breaths here. Good. Bring the head back through center, roll back onto your spine, pressing into the right foot, shift the hips back, send the right leg long, take the left sole of the foot to the mat. Pressing into the left foot, scooch your hips to the left, sole of left foot to top of right thigh, right hand to left knee, and then the knee comes over your body to your twist, and you can let the foot relax off of the thigh. Turn the head away from the knee, a few breaths. Good, roll back onto your spine. You can press into that left sole of foot to scooch the hips back. Let's lengthen long one more time. You can stretch the legs out, the fingers out, the toes out. And then let the arms come alongside the body. Let the feet be slightly greater than hip width distance. Adjust the pelvis so you feel long in the low back. Lengthen the legs, let the feet relax. Let there be some space at the armpit, and let your palms be open to the ceiling. Coming into Shavasana. Closing your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth, letting go. And then a few soft, easy breaths. Feel your mind settle. Feel your body relax. And notice how you feel right now, any shift, any difference, any change from now and when you first began. And you're welcome to stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to transition out, just take a moment to bring your attention back to your breath. Deepen your breath again. Become aware of your body and maybe bring movement into the body, the fingers or the toes. And then come on to either side, finding a fetal position, knees into belly, arms into chest, just resting on one side. And then press the ground away, come all the way up to seated. You can come into cross legs or any other variation. We'll just be here for a moment. You can close your eyes, let the backs of the hands touch your lap. Palms open to the ceiling or palms down if you prefer. Sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Good, let your hands float together to form a prayer position or Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. As you exhale, bowing your head to your heart, honoring the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for this lower back practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave it below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and let us know if there's any other videos we can make for you. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks. Have a great day.